It is Sunday, July the 12th, and they swelled up my body again. So there's some swelling right here. A few days ago they said that they were going to swell my lymph node up right here, and they've been attacking it for on and off for the past few days. This is Friday, July the 10th, and they have been poking on my lymph node, like right here, and it's gone down a little bit, but they're still attacking it. They've been doing that for the past few days, and my lymph node got hard. They said they were going to swell it up, similar to the knee thing when I was here a year ago. They've also been teasing my knee in a way, and I can cover my knee, my left knee. This is the same knee that swelled up a year ago from their attacks, and they're doing a milder version of it, and they'll do it for a few seconds, but then they'll keep doing it. They said they're doing something similar to my lymph node in my pubic area down there on the right hand side, and they said they were going to swell it up and try to affect my immune system, since my HIV is not affecting my immune system yet, because my T cells are fine and my viral load isn't that bad. So that's what they're doing, and like they're still attacking my back, and they're still buzzing my feet. That goes from mild to extreme. They're still attacking Max. He's itching like a motherfucker. He doesn't have fleas. He doesn't have ear mites. And like they do the same thing to my ear. They've been doing it to this ear too. And it's his right ear that does that. So like they've been making my ear itch and his ear itch at the same time excessively. We don't have ear mites or fleas. Days. So my lymph node's hard and it's swollen. And then I got this right here. And they're also saying that this is a throwback to the scar right here that I have from an infection that they claim to have given me, although I mean I don't believe or disbelieve that. But like this is all hard right here. Right here. Like, it's all hard, swollen, and tender right there. And they're saying that they did that because of this right here. And they're repeating things that they've done before. So, Dad, I'm still waiting on a rescue. Okay, that could be from natural causes, but again, there's nothing wrong with me normally. My T cell counts are fine. And again, I could not have predicted that they were going to do this. They've been attacking like the area right here, my lymph node area, and they did that a few days ago. I just didn't take a video of it because I was hoping it wouldn't last that long. They've been attacking on and off, and it was hard, and then like, the next day it had gone down a bit, and now I have like this strip of swollen right here. Like, this is fat, but this is not fat right there. And that's a scar from when I was at the Grove 3 years ago, and I got an infection there from like nothing. I didn't even I thought I had like a spider bite or something, but I've got this shit going on here, and I don't know what to do about it. But I'm still waiting on the rescue, and they're still torturing me every single day because you won't send a rescue, do what you're supposed to do 3 years ago. So yeah, Dad, they're still swelling up body parts. I'm in the very same hotel where they made my knee swell up, and you did nothing then, and I guess you'll do nothing now. They've been attacking the same knee on my left knee. On and off, and they said that they were thinking about swelling it up, or we are going to swell it up again. But wouldn't it be great to see how far we can push the envelope of coincidences? Since your dad always ignores the premonition thing. Like again, they said they were going to swell my lymph node area up, and that they were going to continue attacking it from a few days ago. My lymph node, and I could feel it. I could cover my hand over this area, and they're attacking it now. It feels like something's pushing down right there and pushing down on here. And I can do this, and I can feel pressure on my hand, and I no longer feel it on my lymph node area there or on my pubic area there. I can do it while I'm sitting down. Again, I'm just doing this. I can feel pressure pushing down on my hand. I don't feel pressure pushing down on my hand here or here or here, but right there, I feel pressure pushing down on it and a slight electrical sensation to it. They've been hitting my knee again. I've been able to cover my knee for the past several days, and they said they're just doing it very slightly. So, and there's no swelling on my knee. but they said that would be too obvious, so that they were going to focus on my lymph node, and they said that'll be different. Your dad will just think that it's HIV related, even though your T cell counts are fine. So again, they're swelling areas of my body up, and they're possibly causing another infection there. They possibly caused one before. They said they did that. I fell asleep and I woke up and it was swollen. Like, and you're doing nothing, and they're literally torturing me every single day. And it's like, I don't have the power of premonition. I can't foretell the future. I couldn't have known that they were going to keep, attacking my lymph node area and swell it up, and now possibly have caused an infection or like a leakage of like whatever lymph node juices the lymph node has. I'm in the very same hotel where my knee swelled up, and they're attacking my left knee. I think coincidentally, like roughly a year later, I'm having the same pains in my knee. You think that's like a psychosomatic thing, and where they're talking about it ahead of time? Like, that's utterly ridiculous. So please watch that hour-and-a-half video that I made. I mean, I did content on it that totaled up to be like 5 hours of content roughly, and edited it down to an hour and a half. Like, I spent a really long time on that. I basically spent like 3 weeks on that video. Recording new content, editing it down. There was a lot of repetition that I cut down. There's still some repetition in there. I guess I could have cut it down to an hour and 15 minutes, but it's taking too long to move things around in the editor, so I just published it up there. It's very important. Again, like, I had burns on my legs. I still have discoloration where they burned me, like from a few months ago in Waco. I still have a diagonal. Let's see if you can see it here. This diagonal thing right there. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, right there. This diagonal thing. That's in a straight line, Dad. You don't always do it because it's just, but like that one's in a straight line. It's pretty obvious. I didn't hold my leg against like a motorcycle tailpipe or muffler, like, and you're doing nothing. And they said that they were going to do this, and they said they are also trying to do this because they wanted me to miss my first day of my job. So they're saying they're doing everything possible to make it more uncomfortable to go to work. Hey, kitty. So please help. Like, please get me to safety. Again, I need help on this. I have a doctor's appointment on the 16th. But again, I've given up on everything. I'm still going to work or whatever, but like, I've given up on everything. So like, I guess I'll mention this, but like, I'm not going to go to the hospital or whatever until I'm safe. Until Max and I are safe. Until Max and I and the kitty are safe. And until an investigation is done. So please help. I'm sure you're not going to. I'm sure you're not going to watch the video. I'm sure you're going to respond to this with anger. Nothing that I'm telling you should cause you to feel any anger towards me, Dad, or any frustration towards me, or this, like, think of how I feel. Like, you keep doing nothing. You keep not doing what you said you were going to do. And, like, you still don't believe me. And it's like, do I sound like some crazy drug addict right now? Like, I'm not on anything. I don't have a history of mental illness, Dad. Dr. Lambert told you that the amount of recreational or leaning on it like a crutch usage that I was doing is not enough to have caused schizophrenia to begin with when you were in the exam room with me. And somehow Robin left with the impression that that was the cause of it. And I'm like, no, he explicitly said it could not be the cause of that. And it's very rare for someone to go schizophrenic late in life. It's like less than a 1 in 100 chance, far less than that. So let's just say it's 1 in 100. So you think with George, and again, are used to, like, was not enough to cause schizophrenia, as explicitly said by Dr. Lambeth. So you think a 1 in 100 chance, and again, it's less than that to go schizophrenic at age 40 or 50 years old. 1 in 100 people don't go schizophrenic at a later age in life without a history of mental illness. That's just ridiculous. But we'll just say it's 1 in 100. So you think there's a 1 in 100 chance that I was schizophrenic, and then George was schizophrenic, and the other people went schizophrenic too in my household. And suddenly developed psychoses, temporary psychoses. Like, the odds of that happening are virtually impossible. So please help me on this. Just tell your brain keeps telling the truth, and then start acting like it. And if then you still feel thoughts, if you still hear thoughts or think of thoughts that keep pushing you against that, and keep pushing you to not do that, then maybe these people are on you too, because they know that, like, within an hour of an investigator's time, they can get a confession from the girls at Red River Family Practice. This is like the biggest case ever because it's police being terrorists. And I even have a thing from an APD officer saying I can do what I want when I want. And you did nothing about that. That's very important, regardless if it's the officer or someone impersonating the officer. That's extremely important to look into. And you did nothing. So I'm just sitting here suffering every single day. This morning, they were shocking me on the sides. And I explained that in the long video of they did that another day last week, and how extremely painful it is. When they shock your side and shock your chest, it feels like your bones and your muscles are like sunburnt at a deeper level and on fire and being electrocuted. Like, there's no condition that causes those sensations. And I don't mean like nerve things are firing off. Like, no, I've had pinched nerves before. I know what it feels like when nerves are pinched or doing that. It's nothing like that. I mean, it feels like you're being electrocuted. Plus, I can block it with my hands, and I have witnesses that have felt this with their hands too. Just because Tim didn't feel it on a very fallible test for a few seconds doesn't mean it discounts the witnesses and the other victims that I do have. Like, help. I need help.